Once upon a time, in a workshop filled with toys, there was a lonely wooden puppet named Pinocchio. He dreamed of one day becoming a real boy. One day his wish was granted by the Blue Fairy, but she warned him to be careful because if he were to lie, his nose would grow. Pinocchio was so excited. He ran out of the workshop to go explore the world, but soon he met a sneaky fox named Stromboli who tricked him into joining his circus. Pinocchio was a natural performer and soon became the star of the show. But every time he lied to the audience, his nose would grow longer and longer. Eventually, it got so big that Pinocchio couldn't even fit on stage anymore. So Stromboli threw him out of the circus. Pinocchio was sad and alone. But then he met a group of playful donkeys who invited him to go have fun at Pleasure Island. At first, Pinocchio had a great time. They played games, rode horses, and pulled pranks on the locals. But soon, Pinocchio noticed that all the donkeys on the island were wearing collars. And when one of them tried to run away, he saw that they were all slaves on the island, forced to work for Stromboli. Pinocchio didn't want to be a slave, so he ran away. He was exhausted and hungry, so he jumped into the sea and swam to a nearby island. There, he met a giant whale who was so impressed by Pinocchio's bravery that he offered to take him to Stromboli's lair. Pinocchio accepted, and the two became friends. Together, they went to Stromboli's house, and Pinocchio confronted him, demanding the other donkeys be freed. Stromboli was furious and tried to hit Pinocchio with a hammer, but the whale sprayed water from his blowhole, knocking the hammer out of Stromboli's hands. Pinocchio then took the hammer and smashed all of the donkeys' collars, freeing them. Pinocchio and his new friends were so happy that he decided to stay on the island with them instead of going back to the workshop. The Blue Fairy appeared and told Pinocchio that he had passed his final test and was now a real boy. Pinocchio was overjoyed and hugged all of his new friends goodbye before running back to his workshop. He had learned that the real adventure wasn't about becoming a real boy, but about the friends he made along the way. And from that day on, Pinocchio and Geppetto lived happily ever after. The end.